as far as what all I need to be doing. All right. Now, about what's been going on here. I haven't published a video in a while. Every time I've sat down to do one, within just minutes, the video starts turning into a very dark corner that I'm not comfortable with. With all what's going on, I don't want to publish a video that puts anyone in fear or makes them afraid or a negative emotion in any way whatsoever. It's very important to me that right now, out of any time in my lifetime, or in hundreds of years actually, if we ever needed hope and a better knowing, we need more than hope. We need the knowing. We need to be in a good place, because this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction that's coming up is going to it's really already in progress. It is setting the stage to manifest the next 20 years of our life. And if you're in a dark place, then that's what you're going to manifest. And I don't want to contribute to that at all. So when I was unable to get past the darkness in the videos, I've just chosen to shut them down and not post them. And just wait this Mercury retrograde out, which Mercury came out of retrograde yesterday and is finally moving forward, slowly, but beginning to pick up speed. It still has to go through its shadow period. We still have Mars retrograde, and even when Mars comes out of retrograde in a couple of weeks, it still has to cover its shadow period. And then it's going to move from the unstable sign of Pisces into its own house of cardinal fire, and can be very destructive there if not balanced by that feminine axis of the cardinal cross, which to balance that, you're going to have Cancer and Capricorn in there to balance that out. And Cancer is about home, mama, the divine feminine, mama's house. And when the time comes, when Mars does move into Aries, I encourage you all to seek your mothers out. That's where you're gonna find the answers you're gonna need to maintain balance through Mars in Aries until he enters into Taurus, where he'll become stable and fixed, and we'll all be a lot better emotionally. But right now, with the elections and all, and the division in not just this country but the world, it's promoting division. They're promoting division, separation, darkness, anger, hate. It's revenge and vengefulness, and it's just off the charts. And if you're doing that on the 2020 conjunction, if you're doing that now, you're already manifesting your own future to just give you more of that. You need to get off the symbolism they're giving you. All these people running around with the upside down flag, rainbow flag, you're setting yourself up for 20 more years of nothing but what you're manifesting right now. You see the chaos all over the TV and the newspapers and the magazines and the radio and the internet. That same shit for 20 more years. Is that what you want? Well, you're the ones manifesting it. So you need to make up your mind what you want. And if you want happiness and joy and calm and peace, then that's what you need to be manifesting for yourself. Now, on the collective level, I don't care what they're screaming in the streets, because the manifestation is coming from the symbolism in this next 20 years, because when Saturn and Jupiter meet, the door to the Black Lodge opens, and that Black Lodge is the subconscious mind, the collective subconscious. And those of you who are born with Pluto in Virgo, you need to step up, and it's your turn for manifestation. Get your mind right, get your heart right, get your symbolism right, and you're the ones. I'm Pluto and Leo. My generation started the fire, but it's your generation that's going to do the manifesting. And we hand the baton off to you in just a few weeks. The ball's going to be in your court. And y'all are the ones that really need to stand up. You've been shut down They don't let you speak. And it's time. It's your turn. So make the best of it. It's important for not just yourself, but your families, your friends, and the rest of the world. No pressure there, right? We all have a tendency to end up doing exactly what we were supposed to do anyway. Great videos coming up. I've got a lot of them in my head, but until I'm in a more conducive place to where when I'm making the video, I don't go off the dark, deep end, and I can produce something that will actually benefit us. And I've even contemplated that maybe I just need to go through this darkness so that we can come out to the light on the other side. But I also know that twilight is between the light and the darkness as well. But until this conjunction happens, and I'm not happy with being a part of manifesting any more confusion or darkness. But I am going to do videos between now and then to establish, again, make it more clearly, the correct symbolism that you need to be using. The correct mindset you need to be in as we come into this, because we're each going to manifest it for ourselves on individual level, and then these generational markers of Pluto doing the manifesting, the Pluto in Virgo. It is your turn after all. All right, I'm going to keep this short. I don't think I've got anything else I need to address right now other than I am okay. Be patient. A lot going on, a lot on my plate right now, but we're getting there. Just, I know it's a daily battle because I'm battling it daily, trying not to be in fear, not to be in worry, not to be in stress, not to be in all of that. With what all's been going on, it's been really hard not being in that place. We all have to deal what we have to deal with. I've had several of you, there's about a handful of you right now that have contacted me because you're worried about your children. And a lot of those have been suicide attempts already with this Mars retrograde in Pisces. And I wish I had more time to be there to help support each one of you individually, but I'm a bit overwhelmed myself right now through this too. But I encourage you, one, don't give up, remain positive, be there for your children, speak up now. A lot of times there are no warning signs, so maybe it's something that each person needs to address in their family. Maybe it's time you sit down at dinner or something, or just get a card and, hey, I was thinking about you, and if you need anything, I want you to know I'm here for you no matter what, and something along those lines, and reach out to them. Start building the bridges and building love, and you need to start manifesting right now what you want to see in the next 20 years of your life, because it's going to be a sealed deal for all of us after this election, after this conjunction. And they're using this election to keep you all divided, to keep you in that battle of fire and ice, to keep you on one pillar or the other. All right, the first things we need to do to be not a human being, but being human, is to control your emotions, Mars, and your tongue, Mercury. And both of those have been in retrograde on the mutable cross, debilitated. It's a tough time, but it is a test. And we need to pass this. We need to pass this with flying colors. Flying air and the colors, you know them. So, again, the best thing you can do for yourself is get you a rainbow flag and make sure purple's on top, and start flying it. Put it where you can see it. Start taking that spiral of nature and turning it the correct way. Anything you can do when you start catching yourself moving into that anger or that stress or that worry, just walk away. Just take control of your Mars, your emotions, and say no. You're going to have to learn self-discipline. And we can't really help others until we've helped ourselves first. If we're in a sinking place, then reaching out and grabbing somebody else's hand is just going to cause them to sink too. So make sure your feet's on solid ground first. You have to do you first, and then you'll be able to reach out to others. All right, I think I've covered what I want to cover as far as to just get the gist of it out of the way, and I'll come back in more detail in a later video. I love you all. I couldn't do it without you.